What's going on? Bet y'all never thought y'all hear from me on this channel again, huh? Yeah, y'all gonna watch the trees for a minute because I'm not putting my face on cam. It's kind of been like my new thing because I feel it helps people pay attention more to what's being said rather than who's saying it, you know. But it's important stuff, so especially if I'm uploading to this channel. So what I'm gonna talk about in this video, I'm gonna cut right to the chase. Where have I been? What am I doing? And why haven't I uploaded to this channel? And will I be uploading to this channel in the future? In the near future, I should say, like within the next month or so. But first, let me talk about what this channel was made for, because I know a lot of you who subscribe to the channel, y'all probably came at a time where I was already, I guess you'll say, through this Yu-Gi-Oh phase of mine, and I just wanted to do something to to separate from what I had going on my original channel. So ADSplayCards is, I don't know, I guess you could say, the love child of ADS Play 101. For those of you who have been subscribed to ADS Play 101, which is a gaming channel that I started back in 2006, and I would say around 2010, possibly earlier than probably like 2009. I don't know when the first Yu-Gi-Oh video, Yu-Gi-Oh related video I made. I don't even know when. I think it was around 2010, possibly earlier. But I'm gonna say 2010 because I know I was doing it around that time. Um, at least I was doing it around that time, at the very least. Uh, you know, on ADS Play 101, it was primarily a video game channel where I did video game playthroughs, but I also took it upon myself to dive in something that I was also interested in and brought it to that channel, which was Yu-Gi-Oh! Expertise, I guess you'll say. And within that realm of experience, I brought, a lot of help to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community overall. I can't really say who I helped, but I know I did help it out. Between the messages and the comments I got underneath those videos, that lets me know. But um, I noticed that a lot of people wasn't getting the help that they need when it came to the game, and a lot of people didn't understand what the cards did or what they were for or how they could be used or any creative ways they could be used. And I brought a different feel to card reviews opposed to what you was getting with everybody else on literally every. I was the only YouTube channel that was committing to reviewing individual cards the way I was. And for many of you who aren't familiar with it, you can go back and you can watch. I still have those playlists up on YouTube. I never deleted them. They're still available to watch. I took them down off of that channel, but you can still type them in the search box and they will still come up. A Just type in Yu-Gi-Oh 101 card reviews, playlist 1, playlist 2, playlist 3. I have them named Yu-Gi-Oh 101 card reviews or slash archetype reviews. That's the name of the playlist, and I leave them number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, and I think the last one that I did was like a playlist for number 7 when I started getting into the point where I was reviewing each booster pack, and I started putting that in the uh, descriptions of the playlist as to which booster packs were in what playlist. So I was really going into deep detail with each card. Each card had their own video. Occasionally I would do archetype reviews going over the entire archetypes. I had something called Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 discussions, something called Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 tips, different things like that. And it was just me giving tips on how to play the game to people who are newcomers. Because for those of us who remember, I will say around 2010 up until possibly 2000 what 15, possibly 2016 or whenever the website got shut down. There was a website called Dueling Network, and what Dueling Network was is that it was an online Yu-Gi-Oh related website where people can go on there and they can basically play various people online. You know, anytime a new card would come out or a new card was announced, they would upload it to the system and people got to try out new decks and things like that. And it was a pretty fun fucking website, and I enjoyed it. But unfortunately, the website had got, you know, shut down. They said that they received a DMCA, and that it wasn't by Konami, which I don't believe at all for whatever fucking reason. I'm pretty sure Konami had something to do with it. Maybe whoever hosted that website, like whichever company hosted that website, Dual Network, maybe Konami sent them the DMCA, and then the host of their website got back to the owners of Dual Network, and they told them they had to take it down. So, to their knowledge, maybe Konami didn't have anything to do with it, but they did. You know, otherwise, like, who else would want them to take it down? It wouldn't make any sense. Like, Konami clearly had their hand in that, but and the website hasn't been back up since. So, but yeah, this what I do on what I did was that I, you know, took, you know, my time with reviewing every card in every booster pack, including the TCG exclusives as well as the OCG exclusives, because we had plenty of those. And I would literally give them all their individual all of them their individual videos. So you know, and I got to the point where I was uploading, like, I don't know how many videos. I would say like 30, possibly like 50 videos a day, and all of them was like under a minute, because I was like recording like back to back. I was trying to be the first person on YouTube with the card reviews up, and, like, you know, and I had a habit of doing that, because at the time I was just like passionate about the game. You know, I just didn't you know, it was still like a new avenue for me, and I was just enjoying it for what it was. I was just, you know, passionate about the game, and seeing how people, you know, wanted to learn about it. I just decided to you know, to, I guess you could say, do my part, being a part of that Yu-Gi-Oh community, to try to get more, or rather I should say, the proper knowledge out there, so that, you know, because especially dealing with the people on Dueling Network, you had a lot of people who were, you know, being very, I don't know, I guess you could say, less than friendly when it came to, you know, helping out the newcomers. And so the channel, or rather what I was doing on, or rather what I was doing with Yu-Gi-Oh! 101, is that I was trying to alleviate that. So at the very least, they could come to my videos, learn the game, and, you know, not have to deal with all that evil ass backlash from those people who just had this elitist attitude where they feel like, you know, the first time you played the game, it had to be perfect. Like, you had to get all the information right the first time and all that. Like, there was no patience. And hopefully, with what I was doing, it kind of helped alleviate uh, that elitist attitude. So that's what drove me to make Yu-Gi-Oh! 101. That's what drove me to do the card reviews, and I got plenty of discussion videos still up, rightfully called Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 Discussions and Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 Tips. You can go back and you can watch every last single one of those videos and see how helpful they were. See the comments that got left underneath there, you know, and most of these videos are still, you know, they're under the Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 channel. You know, they're not viewable. Like, if you go to the channel, you wouldn't be able to look up the playlist from the channel. I mean, you can search it in YouTube, but you won't be able to look up for the channel itself. So, years later down the line, I would say around 2015, possibly 2016, I decided that I was going, I talked about it for quite some time, that I was going to, because of everything I had going on Yu-Gi-Oh! 101. You guys know, who are fans of that channel and viewers of that channel, you guys know that I primarily do video game playthroughs, but I also do food vlogs. and I do other vlogs that have their own separate playlists on that channel. And the Yu-Gi-Oh content to me was very special, and I wanted that to get its own attention because it seemed like it had its own viewership. So I decided that I was going to make the Yu-Gi-Oh 101 videos or Yu-Gi-Oh related content on a separate channel, which is called ADSplayCards, which is which is this channel that I uploaded this video to. For quite some time, I started uploading videos on there, but which goes back to Dueling Network, which was a big part of the Yu-Gi-Oh community, especially online. A lot of us, we grew up around places that we didn't have access to, like the YCS and the Barnes and Nobles and like the malls that have like the little setups for people to come play Yu-Gi-Oh or even Magic the Gathering or even trading card games, period. We didn't grow up in that area, so to have Dueling Network, it was a very invaluable, um, you know, it was a very invaluable resource to a lot of us because some of us didn't even have all that money to go out there and buy a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards and try to make builds. We didn't want to get all random decks and booster packs and get a bunch of stuff we didn't need until we got the things that we want. Like, I kind of went through that phase, even though I didn't buy too much because I like that. As far as me buying the shit, it kind of died down pretty quick, but I was still enjoying the game. I still bought the video games. I still, you know, enjoyed Yu-Gi-Oh for that time, and it was just something that I couldn't get enough of. Did my video just skip or jump there for a minute? I don't know. I think it did, but yeah. So during that time, it was around the time I made ADSplayCards that Dueling Network ended up getting shut down, and there was another website called Yu-Gi-Oh Pro or YGO Pro, and that was just like a downloadable game, which was again Yu-Gi-Oh related, and pretty much had the same uh, lane as Dueling Network did, except they had an automatic system to where the special effects and everything could be used. Dueling Network was more so a hands-on experience as to what you would have to deal with if you was playing somebody in person. So you would have to know when to activate what, and you would have to manually click on these things, send it to the graveyard, send it to the zones, the respective places on the mat, things like that, and it was a good experience. I had fun. It was times when I was on there a lot, just having fun, being creative. To this day, I still got the most. It was so much content I was making. Like, I even had like custom builds. I don't even remember what the series name was, but if you type in Yu-Gi-Oh 101, most definitely I had like creative builds or like custom builds, or I don't know what I don't remember what I used to call those videos, but they're still up. I'm guarantee if you type in Yu-Gi-Oh 101, those videos will come up, like Yu-Gi-Oh 101 decks or something like that, where I was going back and I was recreating old school builds and bringing them up to date. Like, I had a lot of knowledge in Yu-Gi-Oh, and I was happy to share it and show that experience and share that with the community and just make things easier for the newcomers. And that was my goal, and I accomplished that so much to the point where I had to make its own separate channel just so that it wasn't getting smothered in with all the video game videos that I was uploading and food vlogs that I was uploading on ADS Play 101. So yeah, when I started uploading to ADSplayCards, I always went to Yu-Gi-Oh Wikia, and that was like where I went to do my card reviews. That's like the main place. But when Dueling Network got shut down, it kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh started to become more and more distant to me because I had no access to actually playing the game. Because I don't know anybody around here. I'm new to California. I know Yu-Gi-Oh is kind of hot. They got a Barnes and Nobles around here somewhere. They haven't announced Any, I keep a close eye. It's like a Barnes and Noble right up the street from me. Like this little shopping plaza, and they haven't announced any type of, to, at least to my knowledge, they haven't announced any Yu-Gi-Oh tournament or any Yu-Gi-Oh gatherings there, to my knowledge. So I never really bothered going there. On top of that, I don't have my cards with me. When I moved out to California, I had a binder full of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That, my mother, she took all my stuff, and she moved to Texas. She's out of the hurricane territory. So she's safe, just in case anybody was wondering. All my family is that moved to Texas. Like they're pretty much out of the danger of the hurricane. So, but yeah, she has it in her possession. She has it in storage, and it's there, waiting for me to go pick up whenever I can find the time to, or even care to go pick it up. Because Yu-Gi-Oh for me at this point has been, I still like it. I still want to get into it, but it's like it's not a main priority. And this is where me not uploading videos at this channel came in. Because when Duel Network died, it really fucked a lot of things up as far as the Yu-Gi-Oh related content. I couldn't continue with uploading videos about cards, because even prior to me making the ADS play cards, like it was like a little gap. It was like a hiatus I took from it, and I kind of lost all my knowledge with everything because I was focusing more on the gameplay, trying to get the hardware that I needed to live stream and do things like that, and I just could not for the life of me. Like, I even had a Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 fan day where I went on Skype and I used to duel with the fans, and it was two people on there. I think it was Sujak and another dude, and I can't remember his name at all. I'm so mad, dude. I made a Skype for this. Like, that's how dedicated I was. But yeah, I was having so much fun with Yu-Gi-Oh! But when Duel Network died, that killed everything. I really had no desire to go back to it after that. Yeah, it's not that I don't want to, it's just that, with everything else going on, all the new games coming out, ADS Play 101 is my main focus. I have the channel partnered with Machinima. I left the gaming network, which was a bad partnership that I had with another gaming company that was on YouTube. And I'm still trying to. I'm even trying to get my hand in some of these tournaments that award prize money. These fighting game tournaments around here, but they're so far away that, and on top of that, I don't have like a website or anything like that that can, tell me about like, what's the next event coming up and when it's coming up and where. Like, I don't have that knowledge available to me, and I'm still trying to look for it. I'm even trying to get sponsored to go to these tournaments, but with these companies that get money from these various companies and advertisements, most of them, in order for you to get with one of them, like, you got to win a couple tournaments. Like, they got to know that you're going to bring the attention that they need in order to for advertisers to want to put their content on your video. For these companies to want to put ads on your video so that they can, make money along with you. If you're not bringing nothing to the table, then they can, and it's not that I'm not capable, it's just that I just don't have the knowledge as to when these tournaments are going to be, where they're going to be, how to sign up for them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have that knowledge available to me, and I'm still looking for it. Like, I even Googled, like, all the tournaments in 2017, like, when they're going to be, like, and I have yet. Like, I know they got Winter Brawl coming up. I don't know what else they have. I'm not, in the know, so I can't even begin to get this fighting game career started. But not to dive too far off the topic. You know, ADS Play Cards was a channel that you know, it's just primarily Yu-Gi-Oh content. That's all it was. That's all it was meant to be. But when Duel Network died, the channel kind of died with it because I didn't have any place to put that experience or knowledge of the cards to use. I didn't have any means to, and without that, it was kind of like a domino effect. Dueling Network died, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro died. I do a card review on a card. Then I would take that knowledge, and I would try out, test out some things, and see how well it would work in an actual battle. Because in theory, a lot of these cards are great, but in the actual battle, the card might suck, or it may be better than what is expected. And I always tried to make things interesting, and I looked at it from a different point of view. Like, for those of you who may be new to this channel, you don't know what I'm talking about. For those who came here from ADS Play 101 and seen the videos, the Yu-Gi-Oh related videos that I did on there, again, which you can still look up on YouTube, just type in Yu-Gi-Oh 101, and I'm pretty sure a list of things are going to come in underneath the ADS Play 101 channel. I did a lot for Yu-Gi-Oh, for the Yu-Gi-Oh community that, a lot of people may not even know. So, a lot of helpful things. And it was just one of those, one of those things that I just never really got back into because it's like I have no way to practice. I have no way to get that knowledge back without going spending an obscene amount of money. And I'm working on getting a new laptop and new equipment, new camera, new microphone so that I can record my commentary better. Like I'm trying to get me like a studio microphone. And all my time and effort is going there. Is on top of that, bills, rent, and all that other stuff comes. There's just no time for me to upload to this channel. Now, here comes the big question, the $1,000,000 question: will I be uploading to ADS Play Cards in the near future? I do plan on it, and I'm gonna say why. Because, and this is going into something else that I don't really like to do. But like I said, for the people that got to know me, you guys know that I don't like to do certain things, but it's necessary. Because so much of my time is getting taken by ADS Play 101, and that's what my channel that I'm making money with, and that's what I'm trying to focus on, building up to where I can make a living off of that so I can quit my 9 to 5, because, let's face it, I'm getting older, and my body is starting to give out on me probably a lot sooner than a lot of other people at my age. Not because I'm lazy, not because I'm, obscenely fat and all that. It's just that I'm just tired. Emotionally, I'm tired. I'm hurt. Like, I'm just at that point where it's just like, if I knew then what I knew now, and I'm still trying to learn, trying to promo myself, and trying to get to the point where I can, make a living off of this. Because regardless of the YouTube ad apocalypse or whatever they call it, this disaster that these algorithms, it's like they make these algorithms to do a specific purpose, and then, something unexpected happens, or rather, other things get caught in the crossfire that they didn't fully think through. It's like they were so anxious to get a new algorithm up that they didn't think about what the negatives are going to be with them dealing with this. So I don't know, man. Like, it's just really, it's just one thing after another with YouTube, and I'm just, because I have nowhere else to go as far as there's no other channel, no other website like YouTube where you can do a mass amount of uploads. This is like the perfect place to get exposure still. Nobody's going to Daily Motion. Nobody's really going to, any of these other social media sites to really seek attention out the way they are on YouTube. YouTube is the go-to place. It's the place. So, I mean, knowing that, it's kind of like, okay, I know YouTube is fucked up, but I gotta just bite the bullet and just roll with the punches and try to make the best out of something happen. So that's been my focus. Now, I don't mind doing Yu-Gi-Oh related content, but it's like I would have to be in a position to where I wouldn't have to worry about money coming from anywhere else. You know, like if people knowing how I used to do card reviews, you know, and knowing how informative I was and how creative I was with those videos, you know, and this is just me just doing a screen recording and just talking about, you know, just being informative. But I did it in such a different way that, you know, if you go back and you watch my Yu-Gi-Oh 101 card review videos from ADSplay 101, then you guys would know for a fact that I was, you know, very unique in the way that I um, recorded my videos, in the way that I did my commentary and how informative I was, you know, and you can go look this up. I'm not, you know, saying this stuff for nothing. I'm not just bragging. You know, this is actual fact. You can look these videos up. And yeah, it was just one of those things where I just, you know, I like a part of me misses it, but regardless how much I miss it, like I would have to be compensated in some way, like financially compensated. So the idea is, and this is where one of those things where I just clearly do not want to. I hate doing this, but it's necessary if I were to continue uploading to this channel. You know, it wouldn't be a detriment because I'm an independent contractor. If I don't work, I don't get paid. So if something takes me away from that, I would have to know that I'm getting paid from what else I'm doing to make make up for that money that I'm not making for that day. You know, so that's um, kind of what I'm aiming for. You know, so I could make maybe like a Patreon or maybe like a GoFundMe account, you know, or something to help with the financial woes that I'm dealing with. At the same time, let's say that if all right, so let's make it like this. If I made a Patreon, and in that Patreon, I'll say that if we reach a goal, I'll review 2 full booster packs, the OCG exclusives, as well as the TCG exclusives, including some Yu-Gi-Oh 101 discussion videos and some Yu-Gi-Oh 101 tips videos. Um, would you guys be willing to pledge or like donate if I did a GoFundMe or maybe even through PayPal? You know, just something to financially compensate so that I can do these reviews without worrying. You know, I still be able to get the bills paid, things like that. You know, it wouldn't take me away from my primary source of income if I'm getting paid doing this. You know, I think that would be reasonable. But you guys know that I'm not the one that's really comfortable with asking for donations, especially now because you know we just had a couple hurricanes. You know, we had Hurricane Harvey affecting the people down in Texas. Then we got Hurricane Irma, which is going to be even more devastating. They say that that's going to be a Category 5 when it hits land, and you know, literally, like that's the worst hurricane that we could have. You know, known to man. You know, hopefully we never have to experience a Category 6. You know, that's going to be like a global disaster. But, you know, it's already hit the Caribbeans. It's already hit, it's getting ready to hit the Florida Keys. You know, it's really just one of those things where, you know, if there was any time to ask for a donation, this is not the time. However, if people out there are still willing to donate, I'm not going to stop you if you want me to do these card reviews. I'm more than willing to do them. I just need to know I'm going to be financially compensated for it because it's taking me away from something that um, I need to do in order to make, you know, ends meet. So if I can still meet that end with something else, then I'll be more than happy to do it because I want to do it at the end of the day. I really do, but it's just, you know, bills. You know what I'm saying? Bills, man. Bills is like that finger poking you in the back of the neck, and that money is to stop that finger from poking you in the back of the neck. You know, that's basically what I'm trying to do, man. It's I don't mind uploading to this channel. I want to. Trust me, I really fucking do. If you guys know how passionate, if you guys see, again, you see my past videos on with Yu-Gi-Oh 101 on my ADSplay 101 channel, you guys know how passionate about I am about Yu-Gi-Oh. You know, that passion never went anywhere. Just my focus went elsewhere because you know, I need money. So, you know, if I was getting compensated in some way, I would catch up on all the booster packs that I've missed so fucking quick. You guys will never even see it coming. Dude, I could upload 50 videos a day. I'm talking about recording every last single fucking card in a booster pack a day and then easily catch up because I know I'm not that far behind. You know, like I think they got to the point where they release a new booster pack once every 6 months now, or like once every 6 or 7 months, and I've clearly never missed a step. You know, when it came to, you know, okay, I review this card, upload it, you know, and I used to upload them in batches, like big batches of you know, like 50 videos at a time, 50 to 60 videos at a time, depending on how many cards came or how many cards were featured in that booster pack. You know, not to mention the OCG exclusives and the TCG exclusives and all of the jump promos, all of that. Dude, like I had a lot going on, and you know, like I still have it. Like the knowledge is there. I want to do something with it, but because of the money situation, I would have to be financially compensated in some way before I continued on with it. You know, I hate to say that because it's a part of me that don't like asking for donations, but you know, and that's my heart. But at the same time, I'm using my brain. I would have to receive donations or a Patreon, have people pledge to Patreon. You know, I don't know. You know, maybe I'll do a Patreon. I think that would be good. Um, and I would just appreciate it. That would be so much of a like a weight off of my shoulders if I was able to get those pledges on like a Patreon or get the donations through PayPal or GoFundMe, just to, you know, alleviate that problem of me not having to worry about, you know, if I was going to make enough money to deal with what I have to deal with financially. So that's basically it. Um, I do miss this channel. I made it with intentions. Is, you know, I want to continue on this channel, but it's hard, you know, when you don't have the finances. So hopefully, I'm gonna do like this. I'm gonna try to create like a Patreon. I'm gonna announce when it's made, and if people want to donate, if they want to see those card reviews the exact same way I used to do them but better, then by all means, please donate, pledge. Let's try to get um that Patreon, uh the Patreon goal set. So yeah, man. So that's like a 34-minute video on everything that I had going on. Um, yeah, man. I'm just trying to get those. How you doing? I'm just trying to get those points across. You know, I still want to do it. You know, it's just that I can't afford to take off unless I'm getting financially compensated for it. You know, in my heart of hearts, I really don't like doing it, and I think some of you are understanding enough and experienced enough to hear that in my voice. I really don't want to fucking do it because I'm the type of person where if you're gonna donate to me, just make sure that your lights or your phone or your water is. Sorry, the video cut off. I just realized. But yeah, I'm the type of person where if you're gonna donate to me, just make sure that your lights, your water, your cell phone bill, or anything that you might need, just make sure that you have all that taken care of before you donate to me. Like I'm the type of person I think that thinks about that. I'm not one of those people that talks about, oh, give me money, oh, you need to give me money, oh, blah, 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 and not think about your situation. I'm not that greedy. I'm a humble dude, and I proudly say that I'm humble. I never wore a pair of Jordans in my life. I know, right? Um, I stopped wearing Jordans before stop wearing Jordans was cool. You know what I mean? But all jokes aside, I just, I don't, I, I think about your situation before I think about mine. If you can spare the money, then by all means, like if you can spare the $100 or spare the 20, you can spare the 10, you can spare the 5, because everything you got is taken care of, and you got a pocket full of money. Like, hey, I like Yu-Gi-Oh. I like the way I seen his past videos. I like the way he used to do them. Let me let me donate this money and see if you're gonna do those card reviews, and I will, and the money, of course, is gonna go towards making sure that I'm financially compensated and I'm able to take care of everything I need to take care of. Because bills are like a finger. I don't know if I said this already in the first part, but bills are like a finger and or like poking you in the back of the neck, and money is just to stop that finger from poking you in the back of the neck. So I just need to be compensated. In my heart of hearts, I don't want to ask for it, but in my mind, I know that I'm gonna need to. So forgive that horn blowing in the background. That's them waiting on somebody. But yeah, I really do need these, this to happen because I want to do the card reviews. I really do. If anybody's seen how passionate I used to be, then you know that that passion hasn't gone anywhere. It's just that my focus has, and I just need to get financially compensated to make sure that I'm able to take care of what I need to take care of. So I'm gonna make a Patreon, a GoFundMe, a PayPal. I'm gonna sleep on it, and you know, and you guys can make the decision on whether or not you want to support it or not. I don't mind. Um, I don't mind taking care of of what I need to take care of if I'm gonna do this, that, or the third. You know, it's all going towards you know me getting my new laptop, which is really gonna help this channel out anyway. Um, my microphone, my new microphone, to where you guys can hear me clearly. My new studio microphone, which you guys can hear me clearly. That's gonna be about like 150, which I could probably get on my own. The big problem is the laptop. I need a gaming laptop that can handle the video edits, so I can be entertaining like you guys would like, and improve the quality of the entertainment. The entertainment. So that's basically what the money would be going towards, that and just bills and things like that, and just saving up as I go along until I'm able to afford the laptop. Because the laptop that I'm looking at is going to be like 1,100, 1,200. There was one I was looking at that was like 5,000, but I was like, nah, that's way too high at the price range. I can't. It'll be nice to have, but I'm reasonable here. I think 1,200 would be more reasonable than 5,000. You know, because the laptop, as a matter of fact, as I'm speaking this right now, the laptop that I have I'm waiting for the super glue to dry because it's literally breaking apart to the point where in about like another year or so, that laptop is going to be no good. So I need me a new one desperately if I plan on continuing doing anything on YouTube. So yeah, man. That's basically the gist of it. And like I said, I'm gonna sleep on it whether or not I want to make a Patreon, a GoFundMe, or put like a PayPal link down there, and hopefully you guys will be willing to donate and see those card reviews. So thank you guys for watching. Peace. I know it was lengthy, but considering how long it's been since I uploaded to this channel, I think the length of the video was just. So very informative, very in-depth, as a lot of my videos have been in the past when it came to Yu-Gi-Oh related discussions. Not this long, but no longer than about like 2 or 5 minutes. But yeah, man. So thank you guys for watching. Peace, and yeah, we'll see what happens. So thank you guys for watching. I'm out.